The film opens with a flashback. Young Madeline Swan tends to her ailing mother while a man in a mask approaches their home. Madeline sees the man at the window and runs to hide. The man enters the house, introduces himself to her mother as Lucifer Safin, and says he is there for Mr. White, as he killed Safin's family. When Madeline's mother can't give him an answer, Safin shoots her to death. Madeline goes to hide under her bed, and Safin goes to look for her. She shoots him and drags his body outside, but he turns out alive. Madeline starts running across the icy lake until she falls through. Safin cannot bring himself to let the girl die, so he shoots the ice and pulls her out. Jump to the present, where Madeline is living with James Bond and Matera, romantically. Bond visits Vesper Lynd's tomb when suddenly he is ambushed by Spectre assassins. Though Bond and Madeline overcome the assassins, Bond believes that Madeline has betrayed him despite her pleas and leaves her. 5 years later, MI6 scientist Valdo Obruchev is kidnapped from an MI6 laboratory. Approved by M, Obruchev has developed Project Heracles, a bioweapon containing nanobots that infect like a virus upon touch and are coded to an individual's specific DNA, rendering it lethal to the target but harmless to others. Bond has retired to Jamaica, where he is contacted by CIA agent Felix Leiter with his colleague Logan Ash. Leiter asks for help in tracking down Obruchev but Bond declines. The same evening, Bond encounters an MI6 agent named Nomi, who has succeeded him as the new 007. Being informed by Nomi about Project Heracles, Bond subsequently agrees to help Leiter. Bond goes to Cuba and meets a CIA agent named Paloma, who is allied with Leiter. Bond and Paloma infiltrate a Spectre meeting for Blofeld's birthday to retrieve Obruchev. Blofeld, who uses a disembodied bionic eye to lead the meeting while still imprisoned in MI6, orders his members to kill Bond with the nanobots. Instead, the nanobots kill all Spectre members, as Obruchev had reprogrammed them to do so on Safin's orders. Bond captures Obruchev before meeting Leiter and Ash. However, Ash is revealed to be a double agent working for Safin as he kills Leiter and escapes with Obruchev. Moneypenny and Q arrange a meeting between Bond and Blofeld in prison to try to locate Obruchev. However, Safin visits and coerces Madeline to infect herself with nanobots to kill Blofeld, as she has been in contact with him since his imprisonment. When Bond encounters Madeline at Blofeld's prison cell, he touches her and unknowingly infects himself before she leaves. During the interrogation, Blofeld confesses to Bond that he staged the ambush at Vesper's tomb to appear as if Madeline had betrayed him. Bond reacts by attacking Blofeld, unintentionally causing the nanobots to infect and kill him. Bond tracks Madeline down to her childhood home in Norway. There he learns that Madeline has a 5-year-old daughter named Matilda, whom she claims is not his. Madeline confesses to Bond that Safin's parents were murdered by Madeline's father on Blofeld's orders when Safin was a boy, prompting him to seek revenge on Blofeld and Spectre. Despite having succeeded in killing Blofeld and destroying Spectre, Safin continues his rampage as Ash, and their men are on their way to capture Bond, Madeline and Matilda. Though Bond kills Ash and several of Safin's men, Safin successfully captures Madeline and Matilda. Bond and Nomi locate Safin in a Second World War base on an island between Japan and Russia. They infiltrate Safin's headquarters and learn that Safin has converted the base into a nanobot factory, where he has Obruchev create millions of nanobots to unleash them globally to kill millions of people and establish a new world order for himself. Bond kills many of Safin's men, while Nomi kills Obruchev by pushing him into a vat of nanobots. After rescuing Madeline and Matilda, Bond has them escape with Nomi from the island. At the same time, he stays behind to open the island's silo doors, enabling a missile strike from the HMS Dragon to destroy the nanobots. Bond kills Safin's remaining men before confronting Safin himself. They fight, and Safin shoots Bond before infecting him with nanobots. Programmed to kill Madeline and Matilda. Despite his injuries, Bond kills Safin and opens the silos. Speaking by radio with Madeline, Bond tells her he loves her and encourages her to move on without him. She confirms that Matilda is his daughter as Bond bids her farewell. Bond accepts his fate as the missiles hit the island, destroying the nanobot factory. At MI6, M, Moneypenny, Q, Tanner and Nomi drink in Bond's honor. The film ends with Madeline taking Matilda to Matera as she starts telling her about Bond.